Hello, everybody. This is a late night recording, so we're in late night stuff. But we aren't. This is going to be less content, and this is going to be more story. This is a story time tonight.
We need to start with our Bible verse.
Ah, that's right.
So we will do today's random Bible verse.
I really, man, this is opposite. I really look forward to seeing after last night. It's like, what's this gonna be?
Bible. As I said before, these are just books of the Bible markers.
Also, it's a devotional Bible, so if she points to a devotion and not a scripture.
And if you're curious what kind of Bible I have, see if I can get it to focus for you. This is what I have. My mom got it for me a while back. Probably one of my favorite Bibles there ever was. And then, of course, because I have the coolest mom in the world, she gives me these cool little tidbits, too.
She needs to know how it's broken down. So if she needs to go to history or poetry or wisdom or law or minor prophets, major prophets, it's all just kind of color-coded.
And then these I love as well. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it or not, but they give you these challenges right here. There we go. We got it to focus. So it'll have you go read other parts of the Bible that correspond with what you're reading. So,
which goes along with something that's called a chain Bible. Which
so if you're looking for a Bible that's easy to read, there you have it. So onto it, we'll just flip back and forth.
And if it falls onto a devotion part, you'll have to have a do-over.
Yes.
Just so everybody knows, you're not trying to do over anything.
And I'll make sure I show you the page I land on. Okay, so we're here. And I'm going to go on this side this time. And, oh, well, funny you said that, because I did land on a devotion page. See if I can get it to, there we go.
Love your neighbor.
Yeah, love your neighbor. So, redo. All right, one more time. Flip it back and forth, flip it back and forth. And we're here. Same side. All right, so we are in Luke. And it's going to be chapter 16, verse 30. And it says, "Then the rich man said, 'No, Father Abraham, but if someone from the dead goes to them, they will repent.'" And then I'll read 31. "He replied to him, 'If they do not respond to Moses and the prophets, they will not be convinced, even if someone rises from the dead.'" So that's tonight's.
I just think of Father Abraham.
Had many sons. Many sons had Father Abraham. I am one of them. And so are you.
So let's all praise the Lord. Right arm, left leg, left leg.
Father Abraham had many sons.
Yes, we did VBS.
Yes, we did. And I love
and
VBS.
Sunday school.
So that's your verse for the night.
And your Sunday school song.
Yes. Welcome to Sing Along with Miranda and Vicky.
Oh, gosh.
So now we can move into
a story
time.
I was told a story tonight. I got permission to tell the story. Not going to put any names in there. Male starting at age 14 and then age 15. The person that told me watches our podcast. And when she watched the podcast about Roblox and everything that we talked about with Christopher, Abigail, Miranda.
Podcast number 1.
I didn't remember.
If you're looking for which one we're talking about, it's podcast number 1, and I will link it in the description below if you want to go watch it.
So she said that it reminded her of her nephew. I'm having so many problems tonight. There we go. It reminded her of what happened with her nephew. It happened this year. I won't say when or where. Small town in the Dakotas. So, small town nowhere is where this happened. That's important because people think that it can't happen because, it can't happen here. No, this is the Dakotas, and it was in a small town. And,
we're not as insulated as you might think.
She is going to ask the gaming platform that he was on because she doesn't know. But she is going to get that information, so I'll give you an update on that. I also wanted to know what inspired him to tell the pastor's wife what he told her because that's curious. I'm curious about that. So the boy was going to youth group and he said to the pastor's wife that night, if you see any pictures of me online that are naked, it's not me. So she thought, okay, this is alarming.
Yeah.
So she called his mom after everything was done and said, hey, just thought you needed to know that your son said this and it's got me concerned. So mom took the phone and as soon as boy got home and was looking through the phone and shortly after that the police were at the boy's house. I can't say for sure how they got there. I don't know if pastor's wife called or if mom called. I don't know that detail. I just know that they came to the home. They seized every piece of electronics that the boy had, computer, gaming systems, um, uh, phone, and then away they went. And as they were piecing together what on earth could be going on, something very alarming was revealed to them. So this boy had started on a gaming platform when he was 14. So about a year had gone by, and as it was explained, it seems that the police put together that it was piece by piece by piece that there was an old man from New York that had been grooming this boy. And the things that he would ask for early on were just um little things that caused him to little harmless things that hey, do this, do that. But then it got to hey, take a picture of and I will pay you $1,200 for that one picture. And so here's something I didn't understand. You probably know about this. My son, I'm sure, knows about this. I didn't know about this. So as a parent, you need to know about this because this mom did not know about this. And this mom, I would guess, is 30s, in her 30s. So she it was explained to her from the detectives that the $1,200 was sent into his gaming account. So you know about this stuff? So money can be sent into a gaming account. My son's going to have to explain all this to me because I don't know it. But it was a way that he was being able to get money that his parents could never see that he ever received because it was all done through that particular platform. And so he was getting money for things, and 1,200 for a 14-year-old is a lot of money.
A lot of money.
A lot of money. So the frightening thing, here's where I see God worked, but I see how scary it was because as they put all the pieces together from all the messaging that happened between this boy and this old man from New York.
Do we know age range for this guy, the old guy?
Nope. But when she said old man, I'm assuming 70s. I don't know. I'll ask her though.
Oof.
But here's the frightening thing. They pieced together that it was within 2 days that the old man was on a plane and he was coming to this Dakota's place and the boy was going to be going with him.
No.
And as the lady that told me, the detectives, everybody thinks that will be the last time that he would have ever been seen. And he was willingly going to be going with this man. That all of the messaging proved that he was going. It was planned. He was going with that man.
Oh my gosh.
And the only thing that saved him is he said that to the pastor's wife at youth group. If you see any unclothed pictures of me on the internet, it's not me. It's not me. What inspired him? That's the only thing that saved his life.
At youth group.
At youth group.
And that's the importance of having your kids in those types of things.
So he's currently, it's been several months. He's currently in an institution, still there.
Poor boy.
Lots of psychiatric stuff that is being dealt with there. He's in a place now that he gets to go home in the daytime. He has to go home. He has to go back to the place at night, and all of his schooling is being done there. But he was saved. He was saved.
And that's the important part.
So I didn't want to bring anything else to you tonight except that story, because that happened in 2025 in a small town in the Dakotas. I'm not going to say which Dakota. And that could happen to anybody's. This is not on that mom. This is not on that boy. It is on the platform that is allowing this stuff. And we are going to bring something to you tomorrow. Miranda got to briefly read through some of it.
I did indeed.
And what did you think?
It's fantastic. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. The sleuthing that was done by one of our watchers was fantastic, but the content itself makes my skin crawl.
Our watcher is 12.
Yeah.
He watches with his mom. His name
Hi
is
out
Richard.
There.
We have permission to say his name.
Yes.
And he is quite the sleuth. And he sleuthed out something that her and I didn't know about. And we're going to bring that to you tomorrow.
Yep.
So he is our number one football sleuther. He's a football player too.
Our little detective. We love it.
Right? So that'll be coming tomorrow. So make sure you tune in tomorrow.
Yep.
If you're a praying person, join us in prayer to protect the children from this stuff, because my heart breaks. My heart breaks as I sat and listened to this story, because it's scary.
It's scary for me as somebody who will be having children.
Because it was her nephew.
In the next few years, and to know that there's so much out there that you have to guard against and protect against. And like you said, it could be any one of us. There's so much that you can do to prevent against it, but at the end of the day, things happen.
No.
And that's the scary part.
I've been told by 3 people today, keep talking. So we're going to keep talking.
We appreciate your guys' support and encouragement. And one thing that I will say is if you have any information or things that you want to send to us, we do have a specific email, and it is carrie.the.torch.365@gmail.com. I will link that as well. So if you have anything that you want to send us, we do have a specific email for this channel and the podcast that we do. So if you've got news that you want us to talk about or tips that you want us to see, send them our way. And we'd love to take a look at them.
And a way to be able to memorize that email is we are carrying the torch. We are passing that on every day of the year, 365 days of the year. We're carrying the torch because Charlie is gone. So just a dot in between, carry the torch, 365.
Yep.
A dot in between each word, and then 365. Please reach out to us with your own sleuthing.
We'd love to see it.
I would love...
And the more people that are doing sleuthing and sending it in, the better.
We can platform it.
Because there's only 2 of us, but if all y'all out there are looking at stuff and sending it, oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of stuff that we could talk about is crazy. And if you're not in the same area that we are, even better. It doesn't have to be local news. It can be anything. So...
we'll do a little teaser before.
Yes. Well, we already
before
kind of
leave.
did do a little bit of a teaser yesterday at the end of the episode. If you didn't watch the podcast yesterday, you can go see yesterday's podcast at the end for the bomb drop that I got to do. Usually I'm the one rolling off rip. She got to roll off rip for the first time. So, go ahead.
I had an idea of something that I needed to bring. One of the people that listens to our podcast is very thankful for the education that happens, and she said put it at a kindergarten level. So
That's
have
the level
to remember,
I'm at. So
I have to remember that.
Kindergarten like professor. So
and I know that people learn by discovery. That's how I taught my children. So we're going to give you the teaser by educating her.
Yes.
Okay? So
mind you, I have no idea what this is. So
nope.
You get to learn with me.
So do you believe that there is Marxism rampant in the United States?
Absolutely.
And do you believe that it is part of the downfall of everything that's happening?
100%.
So do you have any idea where any of that came from and how it got here to America?
Well, Karl Marx.
Well, that's what Marxism is named after, but there's no way that Karl brought it here to America.
Communism.
So there's a path that got it here.
Okay.
So the person that picked up that Marxism and wrote a lot of letters in prison.
Oh, brother.
Yep, it was an Italian Marxist.
Was he the one that I sent you today?
Philosopher. Nope.
No, okay.
His name was Antonio Gramsci. Some of you probably
You
know
told
that.
me about that.
Okay, do you remember anything about this? So
No.
that just stayed, all that Marxism stayed over there until 1994. Yeah.
Didn't you say that they took his letters and made it like a manifesto, or not a manifesto, but like a journal kind of deal?
They translated
like a book?
it. Yep, they translated it into 3 volumes and then was printed at Columbia University. Who was the translator of that and brought it here with a grant, a federal grant?
Why would you bring that here?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. This is just the teaser. So,
getting me hyped before the end of the episode.
So who brought it here?
Well, what was the year?
1994.
I don't know. Clinton?
His name was Robert Buttigieg, or John Buttigieg, excuse me.
Hey, is that what's his face?
Oh, what's his face?
Pete. Is his name first name Pete Buttigieg?
Yeah, who's he? Mayor Pete.
Oh, heck. He's a mayor of somewhere.
He was the mayor of South Bend, Indiana. And then he became what?
I don't know.
He went from being a little mayor that did nothing, Pothole Pete, in South Bend, to the cabinet for Biden.
Oh, of course. Sleepy
the
Joe.
Department of Transportation. So how does this...
Even though his name was Pothole Pete?
Exactly! So
what?
So how did this little gay guy from South Bend who did nothing as a mayor end up as Department of Transportation head that nobody ever heard of this dude, and all of a sudden he's in the cabinet under Biden?
Because somebody in his family was the one that freaking did the...
And oh, by the way, his father was a
translation.
A professor at Columbia University that did the translation for Gramsci's letters.
Why would you do that?
This is the teaser. We're not going to talk about that.
I'm mad. I want to know.
So,
guess we'll have to tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow, right? We're talking about this tomorrow.
Everything's connected. Who again is an owner of McGraw-Hill?
Robert Maxwell, Ghislaine Maxwell's father. We talked about that last show as well.
Isn't it interesting how this stuff just kind of connects everywhere?
And when I was researching last night about Robert Maxwell, I popped in a book that was written about him, and it's not hearsay that he was part of, like, he was affiliated with Mossad. Like, it literally really says that he had known. I popped it in there too, and I can pop it in again because I still have the screenshot. It says he has known ties with the KGB, whatever the British one is, and Mossad.
And he's writing our textbooks for our children in America.
And then they tried to say something along the lines of after he croaked in 91, they bought out his half or his share of it in 93, and he's no longer, or his company is no longer part of it anymore.
And do I believe that?
Do we believe anything anymore?
No, not when I find out. I mean, I found out last year about Buttigieg's dad is a Marxist. He is a he
Golly.
defines himself as a Marxist. He is a tenured professor at Columbia University. He worked with a bank in Italy, and oh, we'll get into all those details next, and the federal granting here as well to
I just want to
publish.
know how anybody can defend being a Marxist.
We'll talk about that.
I truly want to know. Man, I'm supposed to be going to bed soon. It's almost midnight, and now you get me cranked?
I won't even tell you about the 3 books I ordered today.
Oh, jeez.
There's some serious content there, and I have a stack like this tonight because you know
Of
what?
her required reading.
It is. You should see it, Mer. I found so much because I went down the rabbit hole of the Somali ripoff artists in Minnesota.
We talked about that 2 shows ago.
Yep, but do you know that there weren't just those 6 that you put in there?
I do.
There have been 70
Mm-hmm.
in the indictment, and they just got another guilty today.
Oh, wow.
From which is the 56th of those 70. And as I was going down that rabbit hole, I found 2 more Somali scams. So I'm
Minnesota is literally like the Somali capital of the United States.
So how do you think Ilhan Omar is getting all of her money to stay in as a congresswoman?
She needs to be freaking deported. For real.
Yeah, after she got her brother here as her husband, you mean?
Which makes no sense because I thought incest was illegal.
But she had to claim him as her husband so that she could get him into the United States.
Right, but if he is like provably her brother, that's illegal, is it not?
It is illegal, and that's why there are so many people that say that
it's also just disgusting.
She needs to be pulled from,
even if it wasn't illegal, it's still immoral and disgusting
from
to
being
be
a representative.
Married to your brother. Think about that for a second. I don't want to think about that for a second. Gross.
But since they all have screwy names, nobody put 2 and 2 together that was her brother.
Sheesh.
So far the money that I've been tracking since 2020 of the ripped off money in Minnesota is almost $1 billion. Because we've had 500 million.
Making it rain over there, I guess.
So I have probably 50 pages of 7 or 8 articles to try to get all of that put together. So I'm going to kind of be doing that this weekend, and then I'll bring all that spaghetti out and open it up for you. But has anybody been hearing about any of this? Because I haven't. And the only way that I find it is in local newspapers, or there's this Sanhan site, SANHAN. I have to do a deep dive on what the heck that is. They're the ones that are articulating all of the people's names and the parts that they played in one of the big things. So that'll be able to I'll be able to track that down.
Nice.
And that is an independent news source.
You know what? This is the other thing I was going to talk to you about that I didn't get to talk to you about yesterday.
What's that?
Remember how we were talking about Sinclair being one of the groups, along with Nexstar
broadcasting
that
companies,
cut Kimmel because they didn't align with what he was doing.
Right.
Did you also see that the Operation Mockingbird was by Sinclair?
What?
Yeah. The person who put it out, and I credited them. If you go back and watch the video, he titled it Sinclair's Soldiers.
Wow.
So we'll have to do a deep dive into that too. Because I just happened upon, because he was the original poster of the video. He's the one that we credit for putting it all together and getting it out there to show people, like, this is the truth of what's actually happening. And
so that makes you question so much all the time.
I know. So we're over here, we don't agree with Jimmy Kimmel, he's got to go. And then, BT Dubs, it's okay to have
because
Operation Mockingbird.
That are doing the same thing, reading the same scripts are Sinclair.
For real. So now we got to deep dive into that and see what the heck's going on there.
Wow. You can do
'Cause
that one because you uncovered that.
wild.
Oh.
Wild. So, if you have any tips on that or you know more, make sure you email. Let us know. Or if you don't want to email, pop us up. If you're on Facebook, pop us up on Messenger if you want. That's fine too.
So, our teaser's done?
Man, we got lots of teasers, so it sounds like you better be tuning back into the show to hear. I'm going to tune back into the show to hear because I want to know what the heck's going on too, and I live here.
And then you'll see those books.
Oh, heck.
Liberal Lies My Teachers Taught Me. That's one of them.
That's sad.
Debunking what has been being taught to the children.
Yeah, that's real sad.
And then giving us the reality, the real history of it.
Homeschool your children.
Home or find a pod school. Someday maybe she'll start a pod school.
We'll see. We'll see. I think I need to get a couple years of homeschool or maybe a year or two under my belt of figuring it out, and then maybe we'll explore a pod school.
By that time, I'll retire, and I'll be a teacher in the pod school too.
Boop, boop, boop.
Even though I don't have a teaching degree, I think
you don't need a teaching degree.
Might think that it's okay for me to teach children. Yeah.
I would much rather you teach my children than probably most teachers these days. And here's the thing. I loved my teachers when I was in school. There were so many that I still to this day
had such great teachers.
I'm friends with and I say hi to, and I go to church with some of my one of my teachers, and so I'm not smack talking teachers. I'm just saying the times have changed since I was in school, and I just don't trust it anymore.
You had some
great teachers. Oh, great teachers. And that's what makes me sad, because I had wonderful teachers, and now my kids just get me. So, well, I don't have any yet, but when I do.
But all those teachers will live in you.
And they will. And I take little pieces from each and every one of them. So.
And you'll give that to your children.
Absolutely.
So we better sign off.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
God bless.